YouTube friends and Norma. It's finished. The big scarf. I've just put a picture on Instagram with you sitting all over it. I found a big piece of polystyrene. If you remember me putting the notice board up, there was some polystyrene, big sheet of it left behind, and I put a towel over it, which was just the right size, and I balanced it over the bath. And then when all the water had cooled down and it was cold water, I squeezed it all out and then blocked it out on the big board that I'd made with the towel underneath it. And the difference between how it was before and how it is now, it's really soft and lovely. Here it is. With the tassels, I made a little chain, you know, sort of like a single crochet chain with some of the black, with double the black, so it's quite sturdy, so that they would sort of float off the end a bit. I thought that looked quite nice, and it's what it looked like in the picture. And so here it is done now, and I've tried a few ways of wearing it because I'm not sure I'm a shawl kind of person, although that's actually quite cool. That works. Oh yeah, that works. But this one is the one that I like best of all, I think, which is, let's see how this one goes. Underneath a coat with that round there like that, and that round there like that. It looks like my bib, so that I don't, oh no, I think I like the other one best. But anyway, whatever. It's finished. It's massive. I don't dislike it as much as I thought I was going to. And maybe I'll wear it like that. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Than like a bib round my neck. So that's that finished. That was a bit of television knitting that I got out of the way quite quickly. And I'm back doing these again now with that new decrease that Judy told me how to do. And I'm actually making them a bit smaller now because this is sort of like face cloth size. And I've decided that they are probably face cloths. Gosh, you're so needy, aren't you? Yeah, so face cloth size, I'm making them now. There you go. I mean, it looks, yeah, it's going to square off. It really is going to square off beautifully. So that's my out of brain knitting, out of gear knitting, television knitting. Television, I was doing a job today that didn't require any concentration at all. And I watched a film on Netflix that was called The Ladies in Black. I think The Girls in Black, Ladies in Black. It'll be there. It's trending on Netflix like these things do. And it was really sweet little film. And it's just the kind of thing you can have on in the background and not have to concentrate on 100%. And it's set in Australia in maybe the 50s. And it's about a big department store, and the girls who wear black are the sales assistants. And I watched that this afternoon, and it was easy to watch. It was a lovely little coming-of-age film for the young girl, and some other little stories going on. A couple of them I didn't quite get, but it was sweet, not terribly dramatic. So I'm telling you about it because I would say watch it if you're doing something else at the same time. Okay, so I appear to have a black and pink scarf now. And let me explain my absence yesterday, because it's Saturday today, and I didn't do a video yesterday, and I won't do them on a Friday, because Friday is the day that I post to Patreon. And for my own sanity, I'm only going to make one video a day. I wonder if any of you remember, did you travel through Advent with me? From December the 1st right through to Christmas. Excuse me. Anna and I decided that we would make a daily video for Advent. But I also decided that I would make a daily reading and chat on Patreon for the $1 and up, everybody on that tier. It's still there. If anybody wants to see it. I was reading my New Zealand journal. And so for the whole of Advent, for the first 3 weeks of December, I was doing 2 videos a day. In the middle of it all, you know, there was stuff kicking off with the family, which I had to deal with. Yeah, there's nothing I could do about that. But I still carried on sticking to the idea of 2 videos a day. Well, by Christmas Eve, I was on my knees. I was on my knees, and I promised Anna I would never, ever, ever do that again. So 2 videos a day is never going to happen. 1 video a day is quite enough. And so I crave your indulgence once more, but there won't be a YouTube video on a Friday usually, unless I've made the Patreon video well in advance and I've got time to post it, because for my own sake, I've got to just stick to doing 1 video a day. Yesterday, I had a trip to the supermarket in Hexham, where they are practicing marvellous social distancing, and took a little video of it. And I had to queue for probably about an hour before I got into the supermarket. Now, you're going to come and sit on my knee. Definitely. You're sitting on my knee. Thank you. Because she's all over the place, isn't she? Just a bit of affection. That's what you need. So I went to the supermarket and I stocked up on loads of fresh vegetables. That's pretty much what I got, and a little bit of chocolate. But mostly it was fresh veg, and for my green juices. And what else was there? I appeared to have spent 80 quid, so it can't all have been vegetables. But it was an incredibly good system of us all going in. One person, there was only about 15 people allowed in the shop at a time. It's a big shop. And always there were announcements going on while we're in the shop, you know, not to take too long so that people could get in. And we queued, as you can see, all the way around the outside of the building in a very friendly fashion. I thought it was really well done. So that wasn't really social contact, but my social contact yesterday was a phone call I made to Kyle, was the helpful guy on the end of the phone who sorted out a problem I had, and he sorted it out very well indeed. And so I'd just like to say thank you, Kyle. I can't imagine why you'd be watching this, but I think we had that time a few weeks ago, didn't we, where if you're friendly with people that you're having to deal with, and almost a complaint, but not quite, or just an inquiry, then you end up making friends. And we did. Yeah. So social contact today then, I've had a lovely FaceTime with my son and his wife in Canada, and another one with my son who lives more locally. So that's really, really good. And I've done some mindless jobs, you know, some packing basically for the shop. More about that soon. And watched that movie. I wanted to get out into the garden. I really did. I wanted to get outside today and make a start on the garden. But it's just bitterly cold. They're telling me with the weather forecast it's going to get much nicer, so I'll be able to get out soon. But I'm not going out while it's cold. There's plenty of jobs to do indoors. So now I need a new knitting project, although there always will be little face cloths on the go. That's a nice lavendery blue colour. Yeah, lots of things to do. I'm going to say I wish you very well. I hope that you're working with your hands, you're enjoying finding fabric and fibre, and you're knitting or crocheting or whatever it is you're doing, sewing, all of those things. You know, even if it's just a dishcloth out of a bit of cotton. Somebody somewhere will want it. So guys, I'll see you soon. And hopefully soon these chats will be in the garden, because that's what I really want to do, is get out into the garden. So take good care. Whatever it is you're doing, take care. Look after yourself, eat well, try and move a bit if you can. And, you know that I'm going to connect with you whenever I can here. So I'll see you next time. Lots of love. From you too, pesky cat.